I'm Nidhi. I have been in data science from last 5 years now. I started with research in S&P Global. And then I switched to BlackRock, wherein I worked with a lot of portfolio managers on ETF and how mutual fund trades, on what is going on behind the scenes for that. And then I was like, no, maybe I don't like finance now, or maybe I don't like investment banking because it's a lot of working hours, right? Then I switched to American Express. In American Express, I was corely working on machine learning programs. Like you have to identify, for example, a fraud detection model to identify something, right? Like what is the purchase pattern like? What are the IP addresses that are currently working on? What is the frequency of transactions, for example, right? So therein I was working like on core machine learning algorithms, and now I'm working with Target. So in Target, it's a completely different platform for me. It's a retail online business, which basically works with a lot of campaigns. Like for Amazon, you have a lot of different campaigns that are running on them. So what exactly happens behind the scenes for that? How exactly do you approach a customer, right? So how do you approach, or how do you maintain that data, and how do you use that customer's data to make that campaign? So that's my journey like. Why don't you guys start with your introductions?
Myself Rashid, and I'm an electronics and telecommunication engineering student studying in Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology, Bangalore itself. So I have joined this last May 2024 batch for the data science and analytics program in New Delhi.
Myself Shashi Ranjan. I am from Bihar, but I have done my graduation in BTech in Odisha from JIT University. Okay, and my domain is computer science. So after completing my graduation in May, I got placed in non-IT job sector. So I wanted to switch to IT sector. That's why I opted Newton School for data science. So I can switch to IT job.
Hello ma'am, I'm Balraj. So I'm a recent graduate. I was looking more into data analytics and business analytics field. That's the reason I joined Newton School.
Yeah, really nice to know about you. I have a few follow-up questions from you guys, but let me ask Shubdeep, who is a recent place student from Newton School, how has it generally been like, and how is he liking his new job now?
Hello guys, I'm Shubhadeep, and so I hold a diploma in electronics and communication. Recently my Newton School journey has finished in July 24. So the hope of getting a job was low because I just had a diploma. I came here, I asked them about everything, like what data science is, what are the things, what are the roles I can do in that, and I liked it. So I joined the data science program. So actually I came here because of my dad, alright. So I was looking for some nearby those local people, local companies are there who are do the placement things and all. So I went there and they are saying, since you have a diploma, you'll have to make a fake certificate of 2 years of job experience. And I don't think that is a good thing for that. So I don't know from where my dad just called me. I was in that institution and my dad called me and told me, just see, there is a new thing, Newton School. I said, from where you are saying about Newton School and all, what are you saying about all those things? So he said, no, it is very good. I have seen the reviews also and people are getting placed here. And there is a one more friend of mine. Okay, so we used to play cricket together. And me and him was together that time. And he respects my dad a lot. Okay. And he told, no, uncle has said that, let's search. And we saw that, no, it is very good. We have seen videos. We are standing in the institute and we are seeing videos and everything of Newton School there. We came directly to Newton School. And here they told us about everything. And I think he got placed 3 months ago. And I got placed right now.
And how has your experience been after joining, getting placed?
It was very good. So I'll not tell the names of the other institutions, but I have friends who joined other institutions who are doing the same thing. And they told that the classes are not regular, the portal is not good, the dashboard, they are not maintaining it. But in Newton School, everything is fine. I just showed him that this is about Newton School and see how it works. And he was impressed that how everything is going on. Classes on time, your assignments on time, mentor classes, and everything was very good. Like if you book a class, there is no chance that the mentor will not join on anything. And the involvement, There are thousands of students. Why the mentors will involve in one? But they are doing that. They're involving. They're pushing me.
So I think on an average, you guys have had like 2 to 4 months Newton school. So like maybe in like future or in like in your journey, do you guys have any questions for me?
Ma'am, you told that you shifted your career from financial to machine learning. So, did you take up any course during that time, or it was like you just did your self studies and joined?
So to be very brief, I did start with SQL and all of these in my first job. I did learn all of that on the job. And then when I switched to BlackRock, in investment banking, like a lot of people don't use a lot of advanced tools there. With JP Morgan, with Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, any investment bank you'll see, they'll use very basic Excel modeling tools, right? So I started to do it on the job, and also on like a lot of different YouTube channels, and it started with like a lot of Coursera courses, Udemy courses. You must have heard about Andrew Ng. So all of these I used to do after my it happened in like COVID, right? Like in COVID you have a lot of time, you're working from home, and then after COVID also you are not going 5 days office, right? It was just 1 or 2 days. So I used to come back to from office, and then I used to start studying, or when I was working from home I used to start studying in the evening. So that's how I started.
Okay, so as we are in this profile, so Python and SQL is very much needed in this. So I just wanted to have a brief knowledge to how extent we need these two things in this job profile.
So I have been with Newton from last year, and I have taught a lot of students. People who are just starting out and they're freshers, they are expected to know a lot of string related questions. They would be asked a lot of engineering questions as well now, because it has been saturated. So I would say start with a lot of technical details because you are just starting out. But when you have some experience, they will not ask you a lot of questions around technical, but around business cases. So for example, if you do implement this technical detail, what will happen in impact basis, right? Like why do we even need to solve this problem in the first case? So that is the progression of question that will happen as you keep on moving in your field.
So as we are freshers, we don't have that much experience, what you talked about. So I wanted to ask, what are the most asked question about in the SQL part?
It's a diverse set of questions. So basically, I have taken a lot of interviews as well, and I have done a lot of mock interviews as well with a lot of students. So I will start with a lot of basic questions around joins, around group by and everything, and then I will go from there to a lot of advanced questions around windows, and then again on the third part it will be more like around a business case. So for example, what is the percentage increase in the sale for that product? What is the demand for that product? If you see this, then what can you make in business case after you have solved this problem? So that is how the progression of questions will go from an interview side.
Data science is a separate domain, and furthermore it gets split into a lot of job roles. What are the various job roles we can find in data science, and can you list some major difference between data analyst and data engineer?
See, they are kind of overlapping, right? Like first it will start with data analyst, business analyst, data analyst being more technical, business analyst being more like Excel, SQL. And then you have data engineering, which is more focused on like what is happening on the back end, like what is happening on ETL side or the pipelines, where the data is coming from, sources and everything. And then you have data scientist, for which you will have to have some experience on these last three fields. So data science is more around machine learning, deep learning, all of that. So more Python focused, less SQL focused, plus some engineering experience there.
Ma'am, so me being a fresher, ma'am, I've applied a lot of jobs like around Bangalore for data science role, but it's like they want at least experience or they want you to have better skills. So why is that that they want more of experience and they're not willing to take any freshers in?
See, yeah, that's again my point, because the field has become so much saturated. They would obviously prefer somebody who has some experience versus somebody who has no experience, because now everybody is doing it, right? So the only way to make it in the field is to have some kind of differentiating factor. Maybe if everybody is doing SQL, Python, you do machine learning, you do deep learning, you learn about NLP, right? So that's how you would differentiate yourself from other freshers in the field or other experienced people in the field.
And do masters is necessarily needed for to crack any data
No,
science?
I haven't done masters. I am a live example. I haven't done any masters.
So what do you want to say for that? Like most of the people, prefer to study masters to get the better job roles. Like, is it better to go with the masters, or else it's better to go with the, along with your bachelors for some certifications or boot camp?
I want to be very upfront. I think masters or MBA without any work experience is just a waste of money and time. If you have enough work experience in that field and then you are doing a master's or maybe an executive education, that would be much preferred than just going blindly for MBA because everybody's doing it. A lot of students who were part of my batch also, they did it a lot of MBAs, MTech and everything, but they are doing the same thing that I am doing right now, and they lost that opportunity cost of 2 years as well, right? That I earned money by, like I earned salary from that 2 years, right? So I would say just concentrate on your field. If you don't feel the need to do an MBA, don't do it just because everybody's doing it.
So I think Balraj told that he has applied to many companies but is not getting it. So the thing is, we like right now people are trying to go to the well-known companies, the most established companies. So if you go there, they'll not prefer a fresher because they have the money, they have the package they can give to a experienced person, right? So they'll not prefer you because they have a norm that they have to give a data analyst from this salary to this that salary, the company standards, right? So the one easiest thing I'll tell you, search for some startups. Okay, so I have applied for like for many companies, and in the last you'll see they'll write one thing. I'll tell well-known companies like Microsoft, Google, and all, everyone. No? They'll write in the last that startup experience preferred. You got it? Why they do that? This company is already established, right? They have people in every particular part of the company. But when you are in a startup, you have 50 people in a company. Every one people is doing a lot of job in that company, right? You are growing, helping to grow a company, right?
Yeah.
So they are preferring that thing.
How to build a ATS friendly resume?
So I made like different versions of my resume for different companies and for different roles. So for example, right now my role can be in data science, in data analysis, or maybe in product management as well. So I would make 3 different set of resumes for 3 different categorization of roles, and then from there I would apply it to different companies. I might apply to different resumes in 3 different roles as well. And sometimes I have done this, and I think a lot of people have done this, that if somebody has referred to me in that company already using my one email, I would make another email and I would use that email, update that, and then I would apply that. So to your question, ATS friendly, I would say it's a myth. You have a lot of different tools where you can check and get an ATS tool, and if you put in like big names, Microsoft, Google, you would get a better percentage of ATS score. There are a lot of different industry specific templates that you can use, where you keep things very minimal. You keep it because if I had experience, I would keep my experience section in the first, and then I would talk about my education. But for a fresher, obviously they will talk about their projects before their education, because they have that to show instead of their education, because education doesn't really matter in that case.
There is no thing called as ATS friendly, all right? So if I'm a company, I want a data analyst. In your job roles, there are some keywords, okay? So if your resume is very good, you have made it for other companies, other job roles, and you will give it to this company, they'll not find those keywords, that skills or something they'll not find, right? Your resume is rejected. But what ATS friendly is, so there are some of the softwares you'll see the companies use. They'll give the job role in one side, they'll give your resume in other side. If those specific keywords or something will match to your resume, so they'll get to the second round, right? So this is the thing. There is nothing like ATS friendly.
So do the company read everyone's resume one by one, or else they do?
They don't. No, they don't read. They just give it to the like any AI or anything whichever scanner they have. Okay, they are scanning your resumes. They'll just give it to them, and they'll set a score that whoever's resume scores more than 80%, just pass on those resumes. Okay, so this is what happens in a company.
One question to you, that as you said that you are from non-IT background, so you are facing some difficulties. So I wanted to ask, from company point of view, do they differentiate that much on that, whether the student are IT background or non-IT background, even if they have the knowledge?
No, I haven't faced anything because I am a non-IT student. Okay, I have faced some problems because I am not a graduate student. It is not a problem about your background. If you are smart, okay, you can answer. If your approach is good, because without any experience, you'll not answer it correctly. So they don't like expect you to say correctly. They just need to see the approach, how you do.
Okay, thank you so much for telling us your journey. Do you guys have anything else to ask me or Shruti? Thank you so much.
Our doubt cleared by you. Thanks for that, and thanks for your guidance also.
Yep, thank you so